Good afternoon, everyone. Earlier this week, the Premier announced further limitations to social gatherings, but it only applied to 3 regions in Ontario. This morning, the province announced that these further limitations are being applied for all of Ontario, and it's effective immediately. So I wanted to jump on here and make sure that everybody understands what these new limitations mean. So the new limitations for social gatherings is 10 people for an indoor event and 25 people for an outdoor event. And you can't combine indoor and outdoor events to have an event of 35. And it applies to unmonitored or private social gatherings. So it could be a dinner, a reception, a barbecue, something like this that would be held in a private residence, a backyard, a park, a recreation area. It wouldn't apply to an event that is in a staffed facility, so like a restaurant or a cinema, a banquet hall, a place of worship. So keep those new numbers in mind: 10 people for an indoor event, 25 for an outdoor event if it is a private social gathering. These new limitations are coming in place because we have a rise in cases in Ontario. We also know that the current spread is happening through social interactions, which is different from what we saw in the first wave. And maybe people are starting to let their guard down. Ottawa is one of the areas where cases are rising quite rapidly. And of course, they're our next door neighbor. Some of you work in Ottawa. You may have family and friends in Ottawa. And certainly there's people from Ottawa who are supporting our community by spending money in our shops and buying meals in our restaurants. So what it means is we need to be vigilant. We need to make sure that we're following these new rules, the new order, and we need to ensure that we're still following all of public health's rules to prevent another province-wide lockdown. So just a reminder of what some of those pieces are: the only people you should be in contact with are the 10 people in your social circle, your social bubble, and you can only belong to one bubble. Of course, you can still socialize with other people. You just need to maintain social distancing, so 6 feet or 2 meters. Where distancing can't be maintained, make sure you're wearing a mask. Wearing a mask in public, enclosed spaces, of course, too. Avoid touching your face. Regularly washing your hands, 20 seconds washing your hands, and of course stay home if you're not feeling well. That's one of the most important ones. Something I haven't mentioned before is the COVID alert app, and I'll show you on my phone here if I can. It looks like this. And it alerts you if someone who also has the app and has been near you, if they've been diagnosed with COVID. It doesn't use any of your personal information, but of course it's going to be more effective the more of us that are using it. If you'd like more information on it, you can find that at canada.ca. But something you may want to consider as we're continuing on with this pandemic. I do want to say we're doing really well as a community. Our cases are quite low in our health unit area for Leeds, Grenville, and the Lanark District Health Unit area. But we need to keep it that way. So I continue to encourage you to stay the course and be vigilant. Please continue to be vigilant and continue to be well and be safe. Thanks, everybody.